the as you prepare for the common AWS interviews, and remember, this training is not to teach you how to do basic AWS console logging and how to create a Lambda. This is really to prepare for you an AWS interview, right? So if you are taking an interview, or if you're on the other side and preparing for an interview, um, I think the way you should start, and I'm telling you from my experience, because like I said in the beginning, I interview a lot of people on a daily basis. This is my job. So I think the first thing that you want to start is about talk about the project. What does this project you are managing or you did on AWS? The project could be about as simple as data migration from on-prem to RDS clusters, or it could be an AI ML driven initiative, or it could be simply data engineering aspects of how you help them to lend the data, raw data into S3 bucket, then stage the data and then refine the data, and then on top of that you apply the ETL glue. So talk about the project. What does this project do, right? Then I think it's probably a good idea to have a general conversation that why companies choose AWS over GCP and Azure, and the answer could be as simple as that this had been decided at a senior level, that the AWS cloud is the way to go given the breadth of services it has, and the familiarity with the enterprise systems, right? And as part of the interview, you also sort of discuss about the specific AWS services. For example, that you wrote a Lambda function that uses Boto3 library on to extract the data, right? That will show you that you really understand the inner workings of these things, right? I mean, no one is going to ask you to do a coding on the interview. So as long as you can talk through it, that's what really matters. Talk about how you set up the VPC, the internet gateways and things like that, right? Right. Then discuss the challenges that you encounter during configurations, right? It's very common that most people, even the practitioners, they encounter issues related to access controls, right? I have been working with AWS for almost 7, 8, 9 years, and I still encounter an issue that Lambda is not able to access my RDS, and it usually ended up that I did not give the proper access controls. And if you talk to AWS support teams, they will say that the 60 to 70% of the production of issues end up related to the access control, and again AWS takes it very seriously. So you should discuss those issues as part of your interview process, or at least prepare for it. How you encountered this issue, how you solved it. Another common issue that I hear from folks that I've set up the AWS glue, but my database is not visible, and the issue most likely is that you are either running on a database is in the private subnet and it's not visible to the glue, and you need the net gateway, the things like that, right? And then, like I said in the beginning, talk to them about the basic Lambda accessing the database, right? And then also, you should definitely mention that you use CloudFormation or Terraform, because every company is using these scripting mechanism to develop their infrastructure to deploy it, and once the deployment is done, they are using it to destroy it. For example, once your application is in production, you really don't have to maintain your staging and the test environment, and you can decommission those environments, and that's really the benefit of AWS, that you don't have to pay for static hardware. So talk through this thing. If you really master this slide that I'm showing you here, I think I can almost confirm you that you have a very good shot at clearing your interview. Continuing on the same lines of questions, right? You would encounter what was your role in the project, right? So either you were acting as a AWS solutions architect, or a AWS DevOps, or AWS data engineers. Prepare yourself to assume one of these roles. These are the main roles in any project that you should be preparing for it. Most of the time, AWS teams given are no greater than 8 to 10 members, because a lot of the networking hardware type of activities had already been taken care by AWS. For example, you don't spend time in configuring the network things and the firewalls, or acquiring the hardware, because it's all been taken care. Another thing, even if the interviewer is not asking you the total data size you have migrated, but tell them 1 terabyte to 5 terabyte. That's a fairly standard database size, unless you are working for really some large enterprise, one of where they have a petabytes of data. Um, Another thing is that, was the move heterogeneous or homogeneous? Did you migrate from SQL Server to Oracle or Oracle to SQL Server? Talk through that. If it's not applicable, that's fine. Another common question is, did you migrate application first or a database? That's a very tricky question to ask, to answer, and you will see later on the slides that databases are stateful while the applications are stateless. So which one do you migrate first, right? Even if you don't know the answer, sort of ask this question to your interviewer so that he or she will know that you really do understand it. And then we talked about the CI/CD pipeline in Jenkins, and how you use the console versus Terraform in the production. So these are some of the common questions you will encounter. You should be prepared for this.